Yo, SECZN, Keyboard Collective, how y'all doing? It's week 5 rankings we got coming up here. Uh, should be fun. Should be fun. Uh, so hold on a second. I apologize for us running late. Had some technical difficulties. Couldn't get my mic to work. Tried about 3 or 4 different mics. None of them worked. So I just restarted the whole thing, and voila, here we are. Uh, got my guy with me, Nick. How you doing, man? Nick from Water Cooler Talk Sports. How you doing, man?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Can't complain. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. Ready to rank these teams. This should be interesting, man. All y'all in the chat, man. Let's go ahead and check with the chat real quick. Down here with the Keyboard Collective. See what y'all got going on, man. Got Get Musty saying, get your boy tight. He over there wilding. I don't know. Is he? I don't know. I need to check on him. Let me go check on him. Make sure he's fine. Dwight saying, let's go. Yeah, let's get it, man. Let's get after it. We got the rooster in the building, man. We got the rooster in the building, man. Then we got Dwight coming in again saying they got SEC team opponents for the next 2 years out. Yeah, that's true. They got the pods out. Everybody knows who they're gonna play. It's gonna be interesting. Let's see. We got Huggy saying that grew colder than the Eskimos. I like it, man. I tried to get some people to guess where it was inspired from. So I tell y'all right now, exclusive. It's inspired by the theme from The Wire, bro. The Wire is one of my favorite TV shows, if not my favorite. I want to say season, because all of the themes from The Wire are like the same. But I want to say this was like season 2 when they kind of did the blues version.
Okay.
So yeah, that is not what this song is, but it's inspired by that. Like I said, it's my favorite TV show. So yeah, we gonna get after it, man, and get into it, get to ranking these teams, man, here in just a second. We may have some more guests coming in. I don't know. We'll see. So let's take a look here. Let's go ahead and let's cut the music, man, so we can get into this real quick. All right, Nick, man, we had a eventful weekend. Even though it wasn't that many games, meaningful games in the SEC. We had, some meaningful contests and outcomes. How you felt about this week, man? Just watching ball this week.
It was good. It was good, man. Like I said, we're getting to the point now to where it's gonna start getting a little bit more interesting when we start picking these teams. For the most credible show that there is on out there in the intraweb and on TV. But nah, man, this past weekend was pretty good. A lot of if you want to talk about the only game, the biggest game of the week probably was, well, it was Auburn, Oklahoma, and that was still a close game. So
Right. Yeah.
I tell you, so I'm interested to see where we rank these where we rank these teams. I'm interested to see what the Keyboard Collective has and things. So this is gonna be good. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This ranking is gonna be pretty interesting. Last week, if you don't remember, last week we had all undefeated teams except for one, which was Tennessee in the top 10. We're not gonna be able to do that this week because a lot of these teams are defeated now.
Yep. Yep.
And defeated is the opposite of undefeated, if you didn't know. Uh, so so we gonna get into it though. I want y'all. Hey, make sure y'all stick around uh for pick 9 and 10. I know we start at the top, and a lot of people like to see the number 1 picks, but really on this show, man, the fireworks start to happen around 9 and 10 when you get to see who gets left on the sideline. So you want to stick around for that, man. Make sure you stick around to see who gets left on the sideline. And again, uh here at SECZN in the chat, we affectionately call our chat the Keyboard Collective. And as usual, they are taking memberships today, Nick. They're
Yes, they
wide
are.
open for memberships, man. So, yes, and you can be a member of the Keyboard Collective. It's a real simple application process. All you have to do is go to the channel, hit the subscribe button.
That's it.
That's it, and you're in. It's the simplest application process in the business. Hit the subscribe button, you'll be a member of the Keyboard Collective, and you can voice your opinions on these rankings and tell us what we got wrong, what we got right. You can do that. So we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna go ahead and start this thing. Let me get to the ranking stage. Now, guys, I apologize 'cause I don't have this particularly set up uh for this show as of yet. But give me a second and we're going to let's see, make sure this is right. We got our tried and true method here of seeing who goes first,
Okay,
right?
okay.
And if you didn't know, we have the wheel. Right now, we got Tez and Nick. All right, so we're gonna spin this, and we're gonna see who gets the first pick in these rankings. So
Alrighty, here we
let's give it a
go.
whirl. Let's give it a whirl.
It lands
Right.
on Tez again.
So I get the
That's what I'm
first
talking
pick in
about.
this. I get the first pick in this again. All
Okay.
right. So give me 2 seconds to get this off of the screen, and let's get you guys some rankings up here.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
So, so you can see them. It probably help out if you can see the rankings actually. So let's go ahead and get you guys some rankings. And here we are right here. Let's see. Boom. There we go. All right. We're rocking and rolling. All right. Like I said, guys, I apologize. We're running a little bit late. Couldn't get my mics to work and tried all of them, but none of them would work. So I apologize for not being prepared as we get ready to rank these teams. But here we are. We're ready to rank them. And again, like I said, some new additions that we have here. We have our shot clock. Have our shot
Is that
clock. All
Memphis
right.
on there?
Yes. Memphis.
Memphis has made it in.
Into the
Mm.
SEC. Yeah, so this is our ranking show. I'll go ahead and explain it to you guys if you're new here. What we do is we rank these teams in the power ranking team in the power ranking fashion, meaning we're not concerned at all with what happened last year, what's going to happen in the future. What happened in 1998 when one team got left out. We don't care about that. We don't care about the coach's history. We don't care about any of that. What we care about in these rankings is what have these teams put on the field this year and what does your
Mhm.
resume say up until this point? And that is
Mhm.
how we will rank these teams. And that's how
Mhm.
we will pick these rankings. All right. So I have the first pick, and I'm gonna go
Mhm.
ahead and get that out of the way. Man, this is a tough one, right? This is a tough one.
Okay, okay,
And I'm probably gonna upset some people. I
okay,
can see this coming.
okay.
In terms of resumes,
Terms of resume.
right, if we're just taking resumes through 4 games, which team do I think is the number 1 team in the SEC?
Number 1.
Uh, alright, guys. Give me the Vanderbilt Commodores at give give me the Vanderbilt Commodores at number 1 in the SEC this week. Um, undefeated team. Undefeated team. Yeah, and
Wow!
it's been and I know if you're a Vandy fan, you're looking at this rank if you're not a Vandy fan, you're looking at this ranking and you probably got some questions about it. Uh, but in terms of resume, uh,
Wow.
Vandy Vandy has beat South Carolina.
Yes.
Uh, it just hung 70 in the game. Uh, it's an undefeated football team who came back to win. I can't stress that enough. They came back to win, in a contest where they were down, and ended up winning at 44 to what was it, 44 to 20 something against the Virginia Tech team.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, were they on the road? Were they on
They
the road
were.
in that match?
They were on the
Or on
road
the
in that
road.
game.
In terms of resumes, 4 games, you got your 2 cupcakes, which everybody had. Uh, but beating that Virginia Tech team in the fashion that they did, beating South Carolina, and looking really, really impressive against a no-name team. Uh, I'm gonna go with Vanderbilt here as the number 1 team in the power rankings of SEC, and I already know that's gonna get pushed back. I was supposed to start the clock here, but I didn't. So Nick, you tell me what you think about that pick, man. I mean,
Wow,
even if you
Vanderbilt at 1. Man, wow. That is I I'm not gonna say it's not surprising. I can't say it's not surprising. I can't say that.
right,
Um, but man, Vanderbilt at 1, you talking about Vanderbilt, a team that beat Charleston Southern, held them to
yeah,
3 points,
yes,
played Virginia Tech, came back from 18-17 down to win that game by 24, if I'm not mistaken.
see, y
Then went into South Carolina and basically beat South Carolina by 24 points,
all true,
and then just put up 70 points against Georgia State.
right.
So, from what you see on the field, what their resume looks like, man, that's I don't know. I don't know if it's more of I'm gonna be
I
real
think
with
it's
you. I
like a
don't
shock
know.
value.
Yeah, it's a little shock value. It's a shock value. But when you actually sit down and go through it, you be like, okay. And you see how Vanderbilt actually looked on the field doing it. You can't
Mhm,
argue it. You can't argue it. You I mean, you can't argue. They've looked like a very complimentary, complete team. You
they
can't
do.
argue that. So yeah, man. I see. I'm not. It's just the shock value of it. It just kind of threw me off a little bit. But no, I mean,
Well,
look at what they do on the field. That is a good pick. Top 3 team in the SEC. I can
yeah,
say, yeah, okay.
yeah. Well, I don't think that I don't know if they'll be this number 1 pick up here long, but what I
Mhm.
can say about them is right now, they're a top 3 team in the SEC on anybody's list, and I think that
Yeah.
the top 3 teams in this conference are interchangeable. Uh, I
Okay.
think that Vanderbilt, with Georgia being on the bye,
Mhm.
um, with Oklahoma, uh, I guess we could say struggling. I guess we'll say
Did
struggling
they
against the
struggle?
Auburn team. It's a 7-point win, and they were, well, I mean, that was the spread on it was about 7, but the Twitter spread and the spread of the media
Mhm.
was like 30.
Yeah, that
It's
is
like
okay. I agree with
it's like
you.
Auburn's gonna lose by 30, and, that ended up being a close game. Um, and I know we picked resumes, but with the material injury, how do you rate that team? It's hard not to look ahead to that.
Well, you gotta look
I
at
still think they're a top 3 team.
yeah, because Oklahoma's
'Cause they have
still a good team.
amazing defense. Yeah,
They
absolutely.
do. Oklahoma's still a good team. Oklahoma's still a good team.
So,
Yeah.
with that being said, Nick, it's your pick.
All right, man. Number 2, I'm not even gonna belabor the point. I'm going at number 2. I'm going with the Oklahoma Sooners as
Oklahoma
the number
Sooners.
2 team. As the number 2
Not
team.
not a bad pick. It was honestly, that was my number 1 pick, but I wanted some controversy, so I just picked
I don't, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't blame
got
you.
the
I
Oklahoma
see where you're going. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's self-explanatory, 4-0,
Mhm,
4-0 team. You look at the resume, you look at what they've done. Even with Mateer having a broken thumb, they say early in the first quarter against Auburn, he still threw for 271 yards and a touchdown in that game. And I believe he ended. I believe like the last. I think I was looking at a stat, and I think it said his last 16 passes, he completed 15 of them. So I was just like, wow,
mhm,
okay. So yeah, man. I mean, Oklahoma still has some things that they have to clear up. I still got to see a little bit more of the running game. Tory Blaylock for them he's a true freshman, but he has opportunity to be a big play weapon for them.
mhm.
They probably need to get another a second back to kind of spell him some. Offensive
Mhm.
line is what I thought it would be, which is, average. Maybe a little bit above average. But man, overall, man, Oklahoma is gonna be a tough out every week. Now, to your point,
Right.
with Tier being out for the next 4 weeks is what they're saying he's gonna be out, but they have a bye week this weekend. So,
Mhm.
that kind of washes out a little bit. They only have to be without him for 3 weeks. We'll see what
Right.
happens in these next 3 games with Oklahoma. So, how long will they be up? This stretch of games will tell us how good this team is. They probably will have to lean a lot on the defense in these next couple of weeks.
Right.
Um, but yeah, man, I think right now, from what we've seen, Oklahoma is one of the top 3 teams in the conference.
What do you think about the run game? That's I guess, in the future, that's my concern for them. I think they can be dynamic passing the ball, if depending on the quarterback, but I think the receivers are pretty good, especially in
Yeah.
space.
hmm
But I do you think that they will be able to drum up a run game to complement that defense, without
Yeah.
Mateer in there?
That's what I said. That's what I said. They're gonna have to have a second back to go in and spell Tory Blaylock. Uh,
Right.
he has potential. Michael Hawkins, don't get it twisted. Michael Hawkins can run the football as well too. He did it against Auburn last year. That was Oklahoma's first score of the game last year. So you've seen him do it. It's just now he has a week and a half to be able to get back into game shape, prepare to be the starter and be the guy for the week. So it's not like he doesn't have the ability to do it. But everybody's just been so enamored with what Mateer has done. Uh, how much of that will be a drop off for uh for them when that happens. So to that point, looking at what Michael Hawkins can do, what Michael Hawkins uh, can be for this team. Will he be able to? Will Michael Hawkins be able to put up 250 yards passing the game? Has he progressed there? Because that is something that we didn't see him do very well last year against Auburn. Has he progressed on that in that area of the game? What will be the play? What will be the plan that Ben Arbuckle does to put him in great positions to help him win? Will he be able to drum up a running game? I think will we see more call quarterback runs with Michael Hawkins in this game? I think that's a possibility that we can. So yeah, man, I tell you, it's gonna be interesting to see. So my thing is, we just have to wait and see what's going on and see how that plant pans out with that. Ladies and gentlemen, it look like Tez dropped off for a minute. Uh, Hopefully he'll pop back up soon. But what's going on, everybody, man, in the chat? Hope y'all doing all right. We got the rankings, the most credible rankings anywhere. We have them right here at SECZN, man. We appreciate y'all so much. Part of the Keyboard Collective. Make sure that you subscribe so that you can be part of the Keyboard Collective here in the chat with the fellas over here, man. Because I'm telling you, Tez be bringing you great content. Takes his time. Make sure that you have the opportunity to enjoy and you have a great experience while you're over here with that, man. If you're in the chat, man, I can see the comments. If you're in the chat, tell us who your top 10 is. Tell us where you guys have it at. Are y'all shocked by Tez picking Vanderbilt at number 1 this week? Is that a shock value to y'all as well? Would you have had somebody else at number 1 this week? What's going on, Wade? Hope you're doing all right tonight, my guy. Wade in the chat, man. We see you there, man. I don't know if I can bring up the comments, but we can take a look at everybody that's in the comments, man. Tez, what's going on? Get Musty. What's up, my guy? Dwight, what's going on? At the Huggy Beard, the legend of Sweet Sugar Bear Williams, the Rooster Mac himself, the Huggy Beard. Dwight still in the chat with us, man. What's going on? Where we at? Tim the Tool Man Taylor. What's going on, Tim? Tim the Tool Man. Tim, are you gonna switch it back to Delroy Lindo? Or are you gonna switch the profile picture back to Delroy Lindo? That's what we want to know. But Tim the Tool, say, man, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing all right there, man. Hope everything's going good, man. C Hall, what's up, my guy? What's going on, C Hall? Shout out to our guy C Hall for rocking with us, man. Coach Carr, what's up, Coach Carr? On the Block Sports with Coach Carr. Make sure that you all go over there and subscribe over to On the Block Sports with Coach Carl, man. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe over to his YouTube channel, man. Bring you great content, things stuff like that. He shows up over there on Sharpshooter Spot, Sharpshooter Sports Talk with our guy B Sharp as well. So make sure that you head over there. I already shout out to my guy Wade. Wade, be careful out there on them roads, my guy. Be careful out there on the roads. Tim the Tool Mine Taylor. He said Auburn is top 1 through 5, like Dylon. Dylon, 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 Dylon. I like it, man. I like it. So hopefully, man, we get Tez back on here soon. Think he having a little bit of technical difficulties. And stuff like that. Yeah, he just texted me. He said everything good. He had the power flash off. He is flashed off, but it's coming back on now. He about to pop back up in a minute. So Tez will be back on in a minute, man. Let us know who y'all got in y'all top 10, man. Let us know who y'all have in y'all top 10. So we know what y'all got going on, man. Who y'all like? Who you got going on, man? What are y'all thoughts about this upcoming week of college football that's gonna be happening, man? Got a lot of big games that's happening this weekend. Of course, everybody knows Georgia, Alabama is gonna be happening this weekend, man. That's a game that everybody's looking to see what happens there. Georgia will be traveling to Athens to see what's going on there, see if they can go get the win in Athens. Another big game that's gonna be happening this weekend. You got LSU at Ole Miss. That's another big game that's going to be going on this weekend. And a very sneaky, really good game that I don't think a lot of people are giving a lot of attention to. A very, very, very sneaky good game. A game that could be hint, hint. I got this team on upset alert. Hint, hint. Tennessee has to travel to Mississippi State, which is which could be a very, very, very good game. Number 15, Tennessee heading to Mississippi State, man. That could be a really, really good game coming up this weekend. So I'm telling y'all, man, got a lot of stuff going on. Ted should be popping back on here in a minute. We're just getting some stuff taken care of like that. So all is well, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Seahawks say he just subbed over there to On the Block Sports with Coach Carl. Yes, sir. Make sure that you sub over there. Make sure that you sub over to Tight Sports Alabama Football Megacast. Make sure that you sub over to Auburn Addicts TV with DC Wolf, man. Sub on over to Dustin over at the Up Tempo podcast, man. Make sure as well that you subbing over there to B Sharp over at the Sharpshooter Sports Talk, man. Make sure you sub over there. Make sure you sub over to Huggy Beard on YouTube at the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube and on Facebook at the Huggy Beard on Facebook as well, man. Shout out to that. Oh, and make sure that you sub over to JMHO Sports Talk, Just My Humble Opinion Sports Talk with Coach Sean. Make sure that you go over there and subscribe over there to his YouTube channel as well. Bring you great content, man. I'm telling you, make sure that y'all make that happen. And of course, make sure that you go over to Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. Water Cooler Talk Sports, man, and subscribe over there. Help us grow. You know, we're trying to get to 800 subscribers, man. So make sure that you help us grow. Make sure that you help us grow, glow, and grow some more. So that's what it is, man. We appreciate y'all so much for doing this and making it happen and making it rocking with us, man. Ted should be popping back on in a minute. Think just rebooting everything back up real quick. So he should be popping back on and things of that nature. So we should see that pop up in a minute, but we'll make that happen and we'll make it go and we'll go from there. We appreciate y'all so much for technical difficulties. The devil thought he had me. Oh, but I run. They trying not to let us be great over here. That's what it seemed like. Technical difficulties to start the show out. Technical difficulties in the middle of the show while we live. They don't want to see us win. I don't know who they is, but they don't want to see us win. They don't want to see us be great. But you know what it is? It is what it is. Seahawks said, man, can't do the Bama thing. I don't want to know nothing. LOL. Oh, man. It is. It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Tez is back. There he is.
Man, I don't know what is going on today, man. I had technical difficulties to start this show, and then my lights just flashed, and I had to wait for the modem to reboot so I can get the internet back going. Uh, I guess that's what happened, man, when you pick Vandy first. I don't I don't know.
Oh, man.
Um, y'all give me just, hold on a second. Imma get these rankings back up here, bro, 'cause I had to put this set all this back up. Uh, yeah, that was unfortunate. I may have to invest in a generator, Nick.
Yeah, man.
We're
I
gonna
feel
be
you on
going
that.
live there. Alright, so give me one more second just to I know I have that, but give me one more second just to, get all this set up. And I appreciate y'all patience, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I see people still in the chat, man, rocking with us, through the technical difficulties, man. That lets me know that y'all rocking with the content and y'all really wanna see the
Exactly.
rest of this list, man, so I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys more than you ever know. Uh, but we gonna get it back rocking and rolling here because this is what you came for. Give me 2 seconds to get this part of it set back up. And let's see here. We should be good. All right. Pull my little screen over here. I apologize, guys, again. Like this is trust me, I did not plan for this to happen in this way. Uh
Mhm.
all right. So here we go. Back rocking and rolling. When we left off with Oklahoma, Nick, and I'm pretty sure you gave a pretty solid take on Oklahoma. Uh,
Try
a
to.
lot of the
Try to.
a lot of the things that we said, you know, like you said, can they drum up this run game? Can they get this run game together? Because I think they're gonna need it without Mateer, right? Uh,
Mhm.
for those couple of games. So that means that the next pick is on me, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. So with the next pick, man, we're not gonna hold y'all up. The next pick on this list, I am going to go with Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia.
Got to go with Georgia Bulldogs. Uh, on the bye week, resume looks. I'm not gonna lie, their resume doesn't look as impressive as some of these other teams. Uh, but they look like a solid football team.
Okay.
What they showed against Tennessee is a brand of football that I don't think a lot of teams want to stand in front of. 13
Mhm. Mhm.
personnel, 12 personnel, running downhill. Like I said, that Tennessee game, man, they ran the ball every way you can run the football. Every
Mhm. Mhm.
every type of run scheme or that you can come up with, they ran it. Zone, gap scheme, counter, power.
Mhm.
They ran wide receiver end arounds and reverses. You name it, they ran it. And um, I just don't think there's a lot of teams that's built to stop that type of run game. That intentional, kind of what we want to see. A lot of people want to see from Auburn. That intentional downhill run game. Um, I got the Georgia Bulldogs at number 3. Nick, what you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I undefeated team, it's hard not to put them there.
Hmm.
Uh, I think we give them a lot of credit for what they have done so
Right.
far, and things stuff like that. But I can make an argument that they could be 4 or 5 on this list as well. I can make an
Yeah,
argument that it's possibly 1 or 2 teams that's ahead of them based on what we've seen so far this season.
that's true.
But I'm not mad at it. You know, they right in that range where I had them at as well too on my initial list that I did for myself. So I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, bro. Like you can take this team and you probably can put them from 3 to about 5, maybe.
Yep.
Um, and there are some teams that, like I said, their resume isn't the best resume. I can almost guarantee the team that you're gonna pick next has a better resume than them. Because
Hmm.
I think I know what team you're gonna pick, man.
Okay.
I
We're
think I can
about to
kind of
see.
predict it. Uh,
Okay.
so we gonna not belabor the point, man. You know everything there is to know about the Georgia Bulldogs. They're a good football team. They're well coached, solid defense. And this year it looks like they want to run the ball downhill. So uh, I don't know what's more we can say about them. We'll learn a lot about we'll learn a lot about this Georgia Bulldogs team Saturday as they travel. Well, actually, where's that game? That game
The
in
game is in
Athens?
Athens. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, so they're gonna travel, but we'll learn a lot between the hedges as they host Alabama, a team with a lot of talent, offense with a lot of talent. So, we'll get to see them up close and personal and be able to make a better assessment of Georgia. But now, Nick, you got to make a pick
Yeah.
at number 4. Who
Number
do you
4,
got?
not gonna belabor the point. I'm going with the team that is, in my opinion, probably has. I, a lot of people feel a certain way about this team. Sometimes they do. A lot of people
Mhm.
feel a certain way about this team. But I'm going with the Ole Miss Rebels at number 4. Going with
Okay.
the Fighting Lane Kiffins
Ole Miss.
at number 4. Uh,
That's
2-0 in
that's
the
who I thought.
conference.
That's who I thought you was gonna pick. By the way.
Okay, all right. Going 2-0 in the conference. Um, wins against Georgia State, wins against Kentucky, wins against Arkansas, and they had a really impressive win against Tulane this past weekend as well. Even with the quarterback controversy, it seems like the offense hasn't missed a beat.
Mhm.
But what I still want to see is the defense. I still want to see what this defense has to offer a little bit.
Mhm.
And will they get better in the season? Will they get better as the season progress on? Still a concern there. But
Right.
no, I gotta give Ole Miss they credit. Ole Miss number 4 for me this week.
Yeah, I mean, from a resume standpoint, Ole Miss is impeccable. Like I said, the team that when I said that the team that you was gonna pick had a better resume than than Georgia, I think Ole Miss does through
Hmm.
4 games, 2
Hmm.
conference wins. Like you said, I don't think there's another team with 2 conference wins right now, right?
Mm, no,
Still
they're
to
not.
this point, because
Yep.
because Oklahoma just has the 1 conference win because the other win, yeah. Well, yeah, I think they have 2 conference wins, but yeah, 2 conference wins for them. Um, and listen, they have a quarterback controversy, right?
It
We
kind
saw
of do.
Yeah, we saw a backup quarterback, somebody who's not the guy come in and perform very well.
Yep.
Uh, I
Hmm.
don't I don't know how many teams on this list at all out of 16 of them can say that they'll have a backup quarterback that performs as well as, I can't pronounce the guy's name, uh, starts with a C, but I I e I don't think I don't know how many teams on this list that have a backup quarterback that would be able to come in and just pick right up, where the offense left off, like Ole Miss has. And that's gonna come in handy.
Yeah.
That's gonna come in
Exactly.
in this league where take a lot of hits, quarterback takes a lot of hits, man, that is going to come in handy.
Yeah. Yep. Agree.
Alright. Well, it's time to start getting interested with this list.
It is. Yeah. Agree.
Let's reset our shot clock here. And, the team I am going to pick, uh, here is for me, this one's hmm, this is interesting. In this game, in this as far as a resume goes,
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and put, um, I'm gonna go with LSU.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with LSU at 5.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
it's another team that's impeccable right now.
Hmm.
Um, I just feel like they had a big win. Now that Florida game didn't look the way that we thought it would look, right? We we
Hmm.
we thought that they would come out there. Well, I ain't gonna say we, because I thought that Florida had a good defense.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see better quarterback play from LSU in that football game. Um, and we didn't get it. Uh, but from a resume standpoint, you got an undefeated team. Um, they have what, 1 conference win, I think,
They
right now.
do. Yep.
1 conference win. Um, You got to win, like I said, that win versus Clemson, who's a team that isn't as good as we thought they were going to be. This is a team that
Yes,
had national
yes.
championship hopes. So
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
that
yeah,
LSU win over Clemson does not look as impressive as it did when it first happened, week one.
and yeah, that's true. Very true.
Um,
Very true.
but in the realm of undefeated teams, I feel like 5 is appropriate spot to put the LSU Tigers right here. For me, what you think about that pick, Nick?
I'm gonna say this. I think you can actually drop LSU lower
You could.
because okay, so when you look at LSU's wins, right? You got Louisiana Tech,
Mhm.
you have Southeastern Louisiana. Those are the two cupcake teams that they have. But then you look at the win against Florida, right? Florida threw 5 interceptions in that game, and LSU still only won by 10 points.
That's true.
Clemson, Clemson has not looked great against any other teams. Syracuse, a team that uh South Carolina struggled with, but ended up pulling away from at the end of the game in week one. Not Syracuse, Tennessee, a team that Tennessee went out. I was thinking of Virginia Tech. Excuse me, Syracuse, a team that Tennessee went out and put up numbers against in week one, and just put up gaudy numbers against
Right.
in that week one. Went out and put up gaudy numbers against that same defense that LSU went up against at Clemson, and they
Okay.
only won that game by 7 points. So there's a problem. There's a problem brewing that I feel like they have an offensive problem this year
LSU.
at LSU.
Okay. That's
I
fair.
feel I feel like there's an offensive problem this year at LSU.
You feel like their
Uh,
defense is performing better than their offense right now?
that and that's wild, ain't it? Because the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
because what we because the gripe with LSU for the past three, well, since Brian Kelly's been there, has been, well, the offense is scoring points. Is
Right.
Can the defense stop anybody? Well, the defense is doing enough to stop teams and holding them to points. I think that what they held Clemson to 10 points,
10 points
and they
is
held
10-17.
Florida to what, 10 points as well.
Well, Florida
Uh,
held themselves.
Yeah, well, yeah, Florida held themselves to 10 points, but the defense was on the field for it. The defense caused
Yeah,
5 interceptions,
that's
you
true.
know, but the offense couldn't put up more than 17 and 20 points in that game. I think they have an offensive problem at
Right.
LSU. So you can make a case that LSU could actually be lower on this list based on what we've seen so far this year.
You
But
v you very well could. You very well
but
could.
but the thing is I mean, but when you compare them to the two teams that I have behind that I have that you can actually make the argument for. And you got a couple of one-loss teams on here that actually look better than them in some cases, but I'm just a proponent of just basically saying if you beat who's in front of you. So they did
You beat
win the
who's
game.
around. True, they
They
did
did
beat
win the
who's around.
games, you know. But yeah, man, it's interesting. It's interesting to see. Interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, bro, you could put these you could drop LSU down. I think appropriate place for LSU is anywhere from 5
To 10.
to 10. And probably a lot of these teams that's about to come up is the same thing kinda falls in that range, man. Alright, so at the halfway part here, we got the top 5. Let's check in with the collective here and see what they got brewing, Nick. Uh, y'all tell me what y'all think about the list. We got Coach Carl checking in. Hold on, I think I missed a few of these. Let's go back. Got Get Musty saying, "Yeah, Mateer going out with the injury is gonna be a serious problem for OU's playoff chances." Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes, indeed it is. I think they're still a good football team though. Whenever you got a defense like that, they'll be in it. But not only is Mateer injury coupled with the asterisk, so to speak, that's gonna be on their schedule, like, does not do well for them as far as playoff chances go. Um,
Mm.
I think with what happened in Auburn and with what everything that happened there, Oklahoma does not wanna be a fringe playoff team. You wanna
Mm,
definitely I think that this is a team that needs to win 10-2, 11-1. They're talking about making the playoffs. 9-3 team, even 10-2 team, just depending on the other teams and resumes out there. Um, and it's unfortunate because I know how voters look, right?
mhm.
It's unfortunate, but, like, they're gonna look at that Auburn game and say, "Hey, you probably should have lost that game if it wasn't for that play." Right? And
Possibly.
you can debate the play however you feel about it, but it's just like it when it comes to reasons to keep a SEC team out of the playoff, they find any.
Mm,
Uh, and
mm.
this is almost an obvious reason if they're on the fringe. But let's take a look at this. Get Mustard saying, "Wait, what?" I think they saw my Vanderbilt pick is what happened. And
Yeah,
then you got
yeah.
Tez coming in hot. And C Hall said, "I didn't see that pick T." I don't know why when people type Tez, it shows like a T and a frog. It's like an emoji. I don't get it. But that
Ah,
is
that's
Tez.
funny.
It's like if you type Tez in capital all caps, it puts like a T and an emoji there, which is weird.
That's
But
interesting. I don't know
I
why.
don't
I
know.
don't
I might change my profile picture to that little frog. Apparently they Again, we got Coach Carl checking in, man. What's going on, Coach Carl? Man, we gotta get you up here one day, man. I know you're busy, man, coaching those boys, man, but you get an opportunity one day, man, you're free, come up here and rank some teams with us, man. Said, yeah, Oklahoma's quarterback just had surgery on that broken hand. You got Wade coming in. What's going on, Wade?
Shout out to
Got him
Wade.
in. Got him checking in here.
Shout out to Wade.
Got Tim, the two-man Taylor saying Auburn is 1-5 like Dylan.
No, that's Dylon. Dylon.
Dylon,
Dylon.
1 oh,
Dylon.
top 1 through 5. Okay, I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
Top 1 through 5 like Dylon.
Yeah. Dylon,
Alright.
Dylon, Dylon,
C.
Dylon,
Hall,
Dylon.
we all sub in there to Coach Carl.
Yep.
Absolutely. Can't do the Bama thing. I don't wanna know nothing, LOL. That's funny. He said they don't wanna see Ted shine. Nah, man, they don't wanna see me shine. I don't know who they is, but guess what? Tez is gonna shine regardless, so I'm not worried about it.
Mhm.
I'm still not worried about them or they. Uh, they have no bearing on my life. But see, like he typed Tez and it was like TEZ and it's not in all caps and it just came through. But when you put it in all caps, I get a frog. I don't know. Greg Sankey had to make the call. Yeah, he said you were wild and you need to okay. So guy, old Huggy having Wi-Fi. Me too, Huggy. I don't know, man. We got the same internet. Like, man, I had some trouble too. Said UGA is putting hands and feet on Bama. Ah, I don't know. We got a prediction show coming up later in the week. I think I'm gonna be on Sharpshooters when we do the prediction show, and probably got predictions on water cooler too.
Yeah,
Uh,
Friday.
I
Yeah, Friday.
still this is one of those. Just real quick, Nick, how do you feel about this game? This is one of those games that I have not actually been able to put a like. Usually, you tell me two teams, and I'm able to just like spit out a
Mhm.
score range immediately. This game, not so much. What do you think real quick about that?
I think people overreacted to Alabama losing to Florida State in week one.
Yes. I agree with that.
Uh, I think people I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think people were overreacted to the way it looked
Mhm.
um in week one. I still think this should be a pick'em game. And spoiler alert, I'm actually picking Alabama to go in there and win that game.
Okay. Okay. Hey, I'm not mad at that. Listen, you said it. I think a lot of people are overreacting to that Florida State loss.
Yeah, because
Uh,
Florida State is a really good team. Florida State
yeah,
is a good
but
team, and
turns
we're
out they're
seeing
a
that.
good team. It
Yeah.
turns out they're a good team. They have a good defense and they can run the ball. Anytime
Yep.
you can do that, you're a solid football club. So, um, like I know a lot of the Bama fans want to see them higher on this list, but hey, beat Georgia. Your path is right there. You gotta win your way on this list. You beat Georgia, you probably be in that top 5. Um, but that should be an interesting matchup, man. So how do you not put them dirty dogs number 1 until the team knocks them off? Um, that's an interesting point. I give you that, Huggy, that's an interesting point. The only reason I won't give them number 1 is because I don't think honestly, I don't think that their resume thus far stacks up to either of the 2 teams that we have in front of them.
I don't think they've looked good on the field, to be honest with you.
That is also one of those things. And
So
we're ranking teams by what they look like and what they put on the field. Um, Historically, Georgia does this though, right? And I don't wanna give them the credit for that. Like, "Oh, man, they look bad in previous years and they end up winning all their games." Uh,
mhm.
but they are an undefeated team, and I think they still deserve in the top 5, but I don't know about number 1. Um, it says, Lane trying to hang 100 on LSU after that pic of his daughter came out. This is interesting.
Yeah, I saw that, I saw
This
that.
is this is interesting. So if you
Yeah,
missed this, basically,
yeah,
uh, linebacker Whit Weeks,
yeah.
from LSU is
Mhm.
is dating Lane Kiffin's daughter.
Yep.
They're an
Mhm.
item, and they announced it. They waited until this matchup came so they can announce it. So that's gonna be an interesting game, man, because Lane Kiffin is a petty individual. Lane Kiffin will lose this game just to make plays on Whit Weeks.
Mm,
Like, he's
mm.
that type of person. Like, he would go out there and call a losing game plan just so he can put LSU's middle linebacker in conflict. So
That part, yeah.
it's gonna be interesting, no doubt. Um, so I'm gonna catch a couple of more of these, and then we're gonna get back to the rankings. He said, "Yeah, they're gonna put a lot on them in Bama." And then we got Get Musty saying Lane keeps a quarterback into it's crazy. Yeah, man. When we talk about quarterback developers, somehow this guy is always able to get a solid quarterback on the field.
Mhm,
And we look
mhm.
at other teams, man. Listen, I'm an Auburn fan, and my God, it seems like we can't find one. Like we struggle finding one. What'd you think about that, Nick? That's an interesting because we talk a lot about development, quarterback whisperers. How is it that you think that Lane Kiffin is always able to keep a quarterback? You think it's recruiting or just development or what?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I can't answer that question because it's for some reason it just happens. Some people just have that knack and that gift. That's it. Some
Right,
people just have that knack and that gift just to be able to find a quarterback in the rough and just coach them up to what he wanted them to do in their offense. You know, 'cause he did the same thing with Matt Corral. He did the same thing. Like Matt Corral came out of nowhere almost, and people and he
right.
kind of and he made him into a draft pick. And now he was supposed to do the same thing with Austin Simmons, but it seems like he had two good guys on the team, and it may be the backup may be the best option for the team right now. So we don't know. We don't know. So
Mm.
I'm being honest with you, I honestly cannot answer that question because it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is, man, and it's just like he's able to spit them out
Yeah.
just at will almost. It's kinda crazy. Uh, we got Get Mustard saying yeah, he's just acknowledging what Huggy said. Said, "Clemson, is hot dog water."
They are. They
Is
are,
indeed
bro.
true. They are not a good football team right now.
Yeah.
Um, these, let's see, we got Dwight. Dwight, I love what Dwight does. He always put his rankings in there,
Yep.
and what's interesting about Dwight's rankings, every time we put them in there, they almost mirror what we have.
Almost.
Almost. Like, he's got Vandy number 1, Oklahoma number 2, Georgia, and then the only difference in that top 5 is he's got LSU ahead of Ole Miss. Um, and it's always good to see this because Dwight, if I'm not mistaken, Dwight's an Alabama fan, right?
He is.
So you get a different perspective from just us, because we're Auburn fans. We get accused of being biased. I try to be non-biased, but you get a different perspective, and I love what Dwight when he puts these lists in the chat because it like I said to see it mirror ours from a fan base that's not ours is pretty solid, man. Um, and then the next comment is Sharp. Sharp says, "Bro, y'all need to stop making these crazy lists." Hey, listen, man. You got Dwight right there, who's right there with us so far. It, I mean, you can call him crazy, but watch what happens tomorrow. This show is on Tuesday for a reason because Wednesdays is list day. Tomorrow, all the power rankings are gonna come out. And I want
Mhm.
you to look at the power rankings that we have, and then look at the ones that come out and determine how different they are. See if we are off base from everybody else, and I don't think that we will be. Um, Say y'all gotta let me hate Bama in peace, man. Hey, it says it's sharp saying the resume not better than Vandy. Bro, I'm done. Like whose resume?
Talking about Georgia when you asked it when Huggy asked the question why you don't have Georgia at 1.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, because their resume is not better than Vanderbilt. Yeah, I mean, it's
yeah, it's
not.
not.
I mean, it's not. Like, so far, what we've seen so far this year, their resume is not better than Vanderbilt. You talking about a win against Marshall. You talking about a 28-6 win against Austin P, having to come back and beat Tennessee on the road.
Yeah,
Okay, but then you look at what Vanderbilt did. Vanderbilt didn't allow Charleston Southern to score until the fourth quarter. Which, if you want to add, if you want to say that's a comparable team, you compare that to Marshall or Austin P. They put up 45 against them. They got down against against Virginia Tech, but came back from a 17-point deficit and beat Virginia Tech by 24 on the road.
yeah,
Is what Vanderbilt did. Then when the next week went on the road and beat South Carolina by 24. And then just put 70 on Georgia State this year. I mean, this past week.
right.
So what team has looked more complete? What team has looked better between the two? I gotta say
I
Vanderbilt.
I put it like this: make a case to put Georgia at number one over Oklahoma and Vanderbilt without mentioning what Kirby Smart always does, without mentioning what happened in the previous season, without mentioning anything other than the 3 to 4 games these teams have played. And if you can make that solid case, then you have a point. But I just don't do it. Like I can't. The only way that you can make a case for Georgia being number one is you gotta say you have to pull the Kirby Smart card. They have Kirby Smart, and he's known for coming back and in adjusting in games and watch what happens next week. We'll see at the end of the year. Like that's the only way that you can make a case for Georgia is you got to go in the past or you got to be trying to predict the future. Based on the 3 games that they played and based on the 3 games that Vanderbilt played, Vanderbilt has a better resume than Georgia right now.
Yes.
It just does. When you put them side by side, it just do. So then got Ole Miss over Texas at 4 over Texas A&M. I mean, there's a lot of people that had that. I mean, I don't know. You gotta come up, Sharp, man. Voice your opinion, man. And, yeah, get your pick in there. This the next comment, ironically, is Dwight. Be sharp. You should be up there with them picking. Like, he says, "I gotta take my glasses off." And then, he says, he's telling Musty F them trees. All right. So this is a long running show, man. We're gonna try to blast through these last 5 so that we can get up out of here in a timely fashion, man. I didn't mean to hold y'all this long, but due to the technical difficulties, we had a little bit of a setback. All right. So this next pick, Nick, is on
Yeah,
you.
man.
All right.
Yeah, it's between two teams for me at this point. But I'm gonna go with the team that I picked preseason to win 6 games and make it to a bowl game. I'm going with Mississippi State at 6.
Ooh,
Mississippi State has a ranked win. I'm picking them. It's a ranked win against Arizona State at the time.
right.
Mississippi State has a win over Southern Miss, Alcorn State, Northern Illinois. Uh,
Mhm.
the other team, I'm pretty sure I know who the next team is going to be. But when I look at the teams, compare wise, I think Mississippi State probably has a better defense than the team that's probably going to be pick 7, in my personal opinion. And I think that
Mm.
uh, I really believe that. I really believe that Mississippi State
Right.
has a better defense than the team that's that's gonna be picked at number 7. So I'm going Mississippi State at 6, man. That's what I'm rocking with.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I think that in terms of resumes, everything you said is true. They have a solid defense. Offensively, they play well. Um, I can't take nothing from that, bro. It's probably not who I would have picked, but I think that Mississippi State still falls in that 6 to 8 range where I would have picked them. So,
Mhm, mhm.
um, yeah, man. I mean, that's a solid pick. I'm not mad at that one at all. Um, like I said, not necessarily who I would have picked, but uh, yeah, I'm not mad at that pick at all. So let's take a look at this next one, and I'll go ahead and make my pick. And sorry we just kind of moving through this quickly, but um, I'm gonna go with Nick. I'm gonna go with the team that we play in next week on
That's
Saturday.
I had a feeling. Had that feeling.
I'm going with Texas A&M.
Is that who you would have had at 6?
I probably would have picked Texas A&M at 6.
Alright,
I think
got
they
you.
would have been around 6. You got a tough. I mean, you go into Notre Dame and win a football game in the fashion that dramatic fashion, the way that they did. Uh, but then at the same time, Notre Dame is struggling. uh, but so you got. I just think that Texas A&M defense is pretty solid on the back end. Run game has been left to much to desire. So
Mhm, mhm,
every team that Texas A&M has played thus far has been able to run the football on them.
mhm.
And when I say every team, I mean even the community colleges that they played were able to run the football consistently on this defense, and it's like, I don't understand why. We talked about it on your channel. That Scooby Williams, Torian York are 2 of the
Yep.
best I thought were 2 of the best linebackers, uh, in the SEC. They're not playing like it right now. No. And I don't know whether that's a function of them or whether the defensive line has to like whether it's that, but for some reason, Texas A&M has not been able to stop a cold on the ground.
Nope.
Like they just haven't. Um, Solid resume with the one win at Notre Dame, 1 point win at Notre Dame, right?
Mhm,
I get you have to give them credit for that. But other than that, I hadn't really done anything.
mhm, mhm.
So what you think about that pick right there at 7?
Everything the reason why everything that you said is the reason why I picked Mississippi State above them.
Okay.
I feel like Mississippi State has done what they were supposed to do against the teams that they played. Like one thing to me is even if going into the game, if you are the dominant team, right? If you are supposed to be the team that's the heavily favored team, how do you win that game?
Mhm.
How do you win the game? We know you're gonna win the game, but how do you look in the game? When I watched Mississippi State against Southern Miss, Mississippi State went out there and got up early in the game, put up 34 points on them. Defense, I think, allowed 14 to 17 points in that game. When I saw Mississippi State play against Arizona State, they got up 17-0 against the number 12 ranked team. Now, to Arizona State's credit, they came back and tied the game up, but Mississippi State was able to go out and find a way to win the game.
Absolutely.
That game ended up being what people thought it would be the whole game. But Mississippi State came out and they got up 17-0 against them. You look at what they did to Alcorn State, they went out and dominated Alcorn State. Against Northern Illinois, Northern Illinois got up 10-7 at one point in time, but after that, it was game over. Mississippi State handled business, and did
Right.
what they were supposed to do. When you look at Texas A&M, UTSA, if I'm not mistaken, put up 24 points against them. Utah
Mhm.
State put up 22 points against them. I
Mhm.
don't think every team that they have played, this year has put up at least 20 points on them. I mean, their defense has been able to their defense has given up at least 21 points.
Right.
And this was the year that you could have gotten this is the year that you could have gotten Notre Dame. Because Notre Dame defense is not what it was last year. They're a good team, but they're not an elite team like they were last year.
Mhm.
Offense may have to. I don't know if the offense is taking a step back or the defense is taking a step back. I don't know which one it is. But this is where you had the chance to get them.
Right.
But that's the reason why I pick Mississippi State ahead of them in that situation. Which team has looked better on the field? My personal opinion. What you've done against the teams that you're supposed to play, I think Mississippi State looks better.
Yeah. I'm just looking at some of the numbers here, and UTSA, so that's University of Texas in San Antonio.
Yep.
The only reason why I know that is where that is because it says it in the name. Um, this football team ran for 203 yards, 2 touchdowns on Texas A&M.
Yep.
So a lot of people want us. I mean, a lot, and you're gonna see Texas A&M top 3 in a lot of lists. You just are, and that's a lot of people looking at the recruiting classes, looking at the talent that's on the field, and then saying and projecting that they're gonna do well. Again, I got Texas A&M playing in the SEC championship before this season started. I did, but I'm unfortunately when you watch football games, you see whether teams are actually playing up to snuff a lot. A lot of people had Arch Manning in the Heisman competition, but
See how that
you
happened.
start watching the football games and you realize like he probably not gonna make it. Like
Probably
you
not
know what
gonna
I'm
make
saying?
it.
So that's how I feel about Texas A&M. Is like, man, I had really high hopes for this football team, but they can't stop the run.
Nope.
They just can't.
Nope.
And it's not even like I could see if it was just like Notre Dame that ran on them. But no, you have University of Texas at San Antonio. They had one running back go 16 carries, 177 yards, 11 yards per carry.
Yep.
And you can say, well, maybe he had one big run. He did. He had one for 75 yards. So let's take that away. And now we're talking about 15 carries for 107 yards, 103 yards, I'm sorry. Um, and still 2 touchdowns. Well, 1 touchdown because that 75-yard one was a touchdown. And that's still, they running for 135, 150 yards on a football team that a lot of people like when you look at composite scores of talent, Texas A&M is right up there with them.
Yeah.
Like they're a top team. Like you got Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State,
Mhm.
probably Texas A&M. They're right there about 4 or 5. So, man, they are underperforming this year. Even though they haven't lost a football game, I don't think that they look anywhere near what anybody thought that they would look like this year. And for that reason, I think they fall out of the top 5 and 7 is appropriate place for them, to be honest. Um, so with that being said, Nick, you got number 8, bro.
Last undefeated team on the list, Missouri.
Okay. Okay.
Speaking of Missouri, last undefeated team on the list. I put them
You
there.
want
Like I said,
Missouri.
they've beaten everybody that's ahead of them that has been on their schedule, and I put credence to that.
Right.
I feel like you can't be punished because you 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 undefeated, but who you played. I mean, yeah, you look at it, Central Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana, Lafayette, South Carolina. Kansas and South Carolina are probably your two, toughest tests in that game. You beat South Carolina 29-20. I believe you beat Kansas 41-32.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, or 42-30, something like that.
Yeah.
But they've beaten they've beaten who was in front of them. And they're undefeated. So I gotta give them their props for it. Missouri at number 8.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at them for that. Like I said, in terms of resumes, if we just ranking resumes, you might be able to put Missouri higher than number 8, to be honest.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
You could. I mean, like you said, it's an undefeated team we're talking about.
Hmm.
Um, you could put them higher than that if you wanted to. You could make the case. But I'm not gonna make that case here. But for all the reasons that you said though, like, yeah, they Missouri, I feel like it's a solid team, and I feel like they solved their quarterback problem via injury, of course, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But the moment Bo Pribula got is his name Pribula or Pribula? How
I
you
was
pronounce it?
this is how when I first heard it, I heard somebody saying Bo Pribula. No,
Yeah,
my bad. I heard somebody saying Bo Pribula is what I heard. But so
yeah, I did
far
too.
I've been hearing people saying Bo Pribula. I'm like, okay, I don't know. So I just say BP. That's what I say.
Yeah, okay, I like that. BP, gas. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, if you know how to pronounce it in the chat, man, sound it out phonically, like, and let us know. Is it Pribula or Pribula or how do you pronounce this guy's last name? All right, so I got the next pick. We're sitting here at
9-10.
sitting
Here he
here at
come.
number 8. Alright, this is where
Number
honestly, I think this is where the show starts at 9
number
and
9 and
10.
number 10. Here we go. Because it's
Alright,
literally what, three teams that you can pick right here?
it's 3 teams that I can pick right here.
Three or four teams that you can pick for these last two spots.
Yes, yes, and, uh, what's this is actually tough. because I feel like I wanna talk about Auburn.
Okay.
Um, I feel like despite the loss that Auburn should not fall completely off the map, right?
Okay.
I
Okay.
just I just feel that way. Um, and if we're saying that Oklahoma is potentially the number 1 team in the SEC, we have them ranked number 2, but a lot of people make the case for them being number 1.
Mhm.
How does a loss like that relegate Auburn to the sideline?
It shouldn't.
It should not. It should not. Uh, with that being said, though, um, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Tennessee at 9.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee at 9.
Oh.
Listen, I'm gonna go with Tennessee at 9. I feel like Tennessee is performing a lot better than everybody expected.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
This team has, even in a loss, and I can say the same thing about Auburn, but even in a loss, Tennessee looked like a dangerous football team.
Mhm.
They look
Mhm.
like a team that would they look like a team that would have beat everybody except for the team they played that day. So, I
And
got
they were on pace to beat that team if it wasn't
yeah,
for a false start that moved it back and it made it a tougher
which
field
was
goal
like
for a guy that was already
21-7,
freaking out.
21-7 that
Twenty-one
seemed like.
seven, twenty-one
Yeah.
seven, yeah.
So they
And yeah, and you had the ball to kick the game-winning field goal with what, 3, 4 seconds left in the game? But a
yeah,
false start moves the ball back 5 yards. It makes it a 43-yard instead of a 38-yard. So,
right.
that's the difference.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is a game that was winnable for them. Um, and when they looked great in that game until they didn't. Um, I gotta go with Tennessee. The reason also, Tennessee's number 10 on this list last week.
Yep.
Um, I just feel like with the movement around the SEC that it's fair to slot Tennessee at number 9.
Yep.
And I think that, like, their quarterback is playing well. A lot of people had questions about that. What they gonna do without Nico? Listen, Joey seems like the answer. It seems it seems as if Josh Heupel had both of them in the quarterback room at the same time, and it was a quarterback competition, I don't know if Nico would win that. Uh,
Ah,
I don't know.
mm,
Maybe he
interesting.
would, maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. But
Interesting.
you kinda told us, but what you think about that pick real quick, man? Just
I mean, it's not a bad pick. I
mhm,
actually agree with that. That's actually why I had them at on my personal list. I had them at 9 on my
mhm,
personal list. I had Tennessee at 9. Um, you looking at resume, Tennessee has played Syracuse. They went out and beat Syracuse pretty handily. Eastern Tennessee,
right,
UAB, and then of course the last second loss to Georgia.
right,
So you look at that with and Tennessee was in position to kick a game winning field goal to go ahead. So
okay,
yeah, I sit here and I say, man, you cannot be. That's not a bad pick. It's not a bad
yeah,
pick. Cause see now we're into the weeds now to where we can sit and nitpick, and this is where
yeah,
the conversations come in. We can nitpick about what win looks better, what loss
right.
looks better, and things and stuff like that. Because
As
I'm
you start to
definitely
get more data.
at this number 10 pick, I'm going to tell you why I picked this particular team at number 10. And I'm gonna tell and I'm gonna go through it surgically so you'll understand
Okay,
why I picked
awesome,
him there.
awesome. I love that. Yeah, let me ask you this before we get to number 10 pick, because I know that listen, everybody at first when we had this concept, I thought that a lot of people would wanna see number 1, but listen, people wanna know what that number 10 pick is and who gets
Mhm,
left on
mhm.
that sideline. Before we get there, I do wanna ask you this question. Could you make a case with the 1 loss that Tennessee should be ranked higher than any of these undefeated teams?
Yes.
Could they make a case for that?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I
But
think you could have put
but
Tennessee higher on this list if you
but
wanted
like
to.
I stated, you definitely can. But like I state, like I always say, I cannot punish a team that's undefeated. You beat the
Right.
team that's in front of you today. You found a way to win the game.
True.
You found a way to win. So I can't punish a team just because another team uh national pundits and media saying, "Well, this team and this and they're ranked AP wise and stuff like that." We've seen the AP rank. We've seen stories about AP voters having a team move up 2 spots after losing. We've seen
Right.
those. We've seen those stories and stuff like that. A lot of people don't watch the games. Don't watch the games and
They
stuff like
don't.
that. But me as a person, I cannot penalize a team that has 0 in the loss column. Now,
Right.
when that team gets a 0 in the loss column, now we have a conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
In my
I mean,
personal opinion.
and that's fair, right? I think that's fair. Uh, and to your point about the AP, we all know as Auburn fans, they took us out of the AP poll. Yet they
Yes.
left Illinois in there who got skull drugged by
Drug.
by
Drug.
Indiana, and here we are losing to a team that everybody says the top team in the SEC, where they came in at number 7 in the country,
Mhm. Mhm.
in a 7-point game, and they took us all the way out of the top 25, which is, hey, it's Auburn, I expect it. Like,
Mhm.
we gotta be perfect, you know? We're an easy team to hate, so I understand. Alright, Nick.
Yep.
You've drawn this assignment twice in a row.
Should have. Should
Yeah,
have.
yeah, you got this last pick, and it's what the people wanna know. Nick Frazier from Water Cooler Talk Sports, who are you picking at number 10 to relegate the other 6 teams to the sideline until next week?
All
Let
right.
me give us
Drum
that.
roll. Let me get Texas schedule, man. Texas is 3-1. Wins against San
Ooh,
Jose State, UTEP, Sam Houston State. Have a
okay,
loss against at the time still the number 1 ranked team in the country in Ohio State. 7-point loss is what they
okay,
had on the road. On the road.
okay,
All right. Alabama came out in the first week, had a shocking loss to Florida State, but now we're starting to see that this Florida State team uh, is a really good football team, and the defense is really good as well.
yep,
Um, and as we stated earlier, Florida State has a running game. Shout out to Gus, and they
mhm,
have a defense. Um, their wins are against Louisiana Monroe and Wisconsin. Auburn. Auburn's 3-1, 0-1 in the conference. Just suffered a loss to Oklahoma this past weekend.
okay,
And if you watched the show last night, I already said fundamentally, two plays changed that game,
mhm,
in my personal opinion. But Auburn has wins against Baylor. Auburn has a win against Ball State. Auburn has a win against South Alabama.
right,
You look at those two schedules. You look at the losses: Florida State, Oklahoma, Ohio State. If I'm
mhm,
not mistaken, all of those teams are ranked in the top 10.
right.
If I'm not mistaken. So that kind of does that cancel each other out because they're all considered to be top 10 ranked teams? I think it does. Let's look at the wins.
Mhm.
Texas, San Jose State, UTEP, Sam Houston,
Right.
Alabama, Louisiana Monroe, Wisconsin, Auburn, Baylor, Ball State, South Alabama. If I was picking who has the best win out of those 3 schools, the best win,
Mhm.
I'm rocking with the Auburn Tigers at number 10.
The Auburn Tigers at number 10.
That's where I'm
Alright,
going.
okay. I thought
Auburn
you was
Tigers at
going
number 10.
I thought you was going with Texas there for a minute, man. I had already loaded them up.
Negative, sir. Negative.
So we gonna
Rocking
put
with the
Auburn
Auburn
Tigers at
Tigers
number
at number
10.
10.
Okay,
Rocking with the Auburn Tigers at number 10 is who I'm
okay.
rocking with. Give me Auburn at number 10. You can call it the homer picky if you want to, but I think Auburn has the best win out of those teams. And if you look at the losses, all 3 of those teams that they lost to are top 10 teams. They can cancel each other out. And guess what? Who has the better win? Auburn
Yeah.
has a win against Baylor on the road. I'm taking that. And it's a double digit win at that point.
Man, I can't argue with that, bro. I could argue that Auburn should be higher on this list, but I'm not even gonna do that. But to your point, man, when you look at these teams, I think in terms of losses of these 3 teams, I think that Texas has the best loss, I guess, because
Okay.
it came against Ohio State, which I think Ohio State's a better team than Oklahoma right now.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
not by much though, like not by much. Um, but to your point, if we're talking about do you win your way into the top 10? Did you win your way into the top 10? And you asked the question, what win can any of these teams hang their hat on to say that they deserve to be in the top 10? I think Auburn has to be like out of the rest of those teams, who have they beat? And I challenge anybody that looks at these teams on the sideline and they look at the Auburn Tigers or they look at any of these teams, tell me the same question I asked last week. Tell me what win do any of these teams on the sideline have that says that they should be in the top 10? Like what win? I don't want to hear about what they did last year. I don't want to hear about what the recruiting class. I don't want to hear about the coach. I don't want to hear what they always do. I want to hear what this year, what win does any team on the sideline have that they can say, we won this game, so we deserve to be in the top 10?
Mhm.
That's all I want to know. So there's the list, guys. We got Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, Georgia, Ole Miss, LSU, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, Missouri, Tennessee, and Auburn at number 10. In the chat, tell us what you think about this list. Tell us what we got right. Tell us what we got wrong. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back up because I didn't see it. I don't remember the list. Rather, I'm gonna pull up Dwight's list actually and see how close did we get. Let's see. The top five is pretty much identical, and then he comes right back in with Texas A&M, Mississippi State, 6 and 7. We have them at 6, 7. He's got Mizzou at 8, where we have him. He's got Tennessee, and he's got Texas at 10.
6 to 10.
Um, so yeah, I mean, like I said, it's gonna be pushback, but man, if you take off your biases from whatever your school is and towards your school's rival, I think, man, your list will start looking very, very similar to what we
Mhm.
have. Let's
Mhm.
look at the chat res quick and see what they saying about this list. Um, we left off with Sharp. Said, "Is we smoking that Reggie Miller?"
Man.
Well, Sharp, Dwight must be smoking it too. Cause did you see his list?
Is literally is the only difference between Dwight list and the list we have is that he got Texas at 10 and I put Auburn
Yeah,
at 10. That's the only
right.
difference. Come on, man. Come on,
Uh,
man.
Community college. Yes, yes, get musty. That was community colleges that they play. Everybody shouting out each other. Got Tim in there shouting out. Got Auburn Dad. What's going on, Auburn Dad? So he's just saying, "What's up, Tez and Nick?" Auburn Dad, check this out. Look at my shirt. It says Auburn Dad. We're here, man. We're one and the same. All right. So yeah, everybody just speaking in the chat. Speaking in the chat. Make sure you put your takes in the chat. Remember, these takes get picked for the Keyboard Collective show. So you get to make a whole show out of your takes, man. So if you're listening, uh, make sure you put your takes in the chat, put your comments in the chat, and give us something that we can make this Keyboard Collective show off of. They become whole shows. All right. And everybody's still speaking in the chat. It says, why Vandy so high and OU lost their quarterback? Hmm. Vandy's high because of the resume, Auburn Dad. We kind of went through it. You know what I mean? Their record is impeccable and they beat some really they look good against solid teams. But you could argue that Oklahoma should be number one. I'm not saying that. You split in halves. I think the top three, you split in halves for real, for real. Says Nick into it, he rocking. Uh it says so Baylor is better than Wisconsin.
Yes.
Baylor has put up 400 yards of offense on every single team they played.
Yes. Wisconsin got beat by Maryland. They got beat
Right.
27 to 10 by Maryland this past weekend. So if and this is what I mean when we start looking at this. This is where it gets fun. And trust me, it's gonna get fun when we get into week 6, 7, 8,
Sure.
and things stuff like that. Trust me, it's gonna get even better. Was Maryland beat Wisconsin 27 to 10 this past
Mm,
weekend. All
yeah.
of Baylor's games have been Baylor had a comeback win against SMU on the road. Baylor's 2-2, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, all of Baylor's wins, if I'm not mistaken, have been by a touchdown, except for the Auburn win, except for Auburn's loss, have been by a touchdown or less, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Let me fact check that before I put my name
Well,
all the way to that.
and on top of that, Baylor to a lot of people that say, "Oh, it's just Baylor." Sawyer Robinson is the leading quarterback in the country right now, not the conference. He's the number one quarterback statistically in the country right now. So,
Here's what Baylor has done so far this year. Baylor, Auburn, they lost 38-24. They came back and beat SMU 48-45. They beat Sanford 42-7. And they lost to Arizona State 27-24.
mm,
So all of their losses, both of their losses have been by 3 points or less.
so he comes back and he says, "To be honest, I could have put Auburn or Alabama at 10. Wisconsin and Baylor is a better win than anyone else won." Yeah, yeah, I think those two. I give you that. I give you that. Out of everybody else on this list, Alabama, out of those teams, the 6 teams that's in on the sidelines and the final team, Auburn, out of those 7 teams, Wisconsin a win over Wisconsin and a win over Baylor, both on the road, is a better win than any of those teams can claim. So I give you that. Um,
Well, Alabama played Wisconsin at home.
oh, that was not yeah, you're right. That game was a home game. They played them away last week. So yeah, yeah, I don't know, Dwight. Now that kind of makes it yeah, that Baylor win, man, is aging like fine wine. I'm not even gonna lie to
Exactly.
you. Every
Yeah.
every every week, they're putting up a gargantuan amount of yardage.
Yep.
The quarterback is, like I said, leading the country in passing right now. Not the conference, the country. Um, so yeah, Baylor's and I knew it when we played them, bro. It's like, man, they're gonna beat some teams. Like this
Yep.
offense is gonna
Said it. You said
be
it.
a
You said
problem.
it.
So and you see that happening. So let's see. You got Wade saying, "I'm an Auburn dad." Also, hey man, we gotta unite. We need to I may do a special Auburn dad episode to get all the Auburn dads. Yeah, for real. I wanna meet them, man, because I got a daughter down there now, and I know some people got kids there and maybe former kids, not former kids, but kids that are former students there now. And yeah, it's just interesting, man, to meet up with some people and talk about their experience and all that. If you are Auburn dad, put it in the chat. Say, "Hey, I'm an Auburn dad too." Or if you're an Alabama dad or, if you got kids going to one of these schools, man, let us know. And we got Huggy coming back and saying righteously, bro, I put UGA and Texas 1 and 2. I don't
Whoa,
see
Huggy. Wow,
I don't
no,
I
Huggy.
don't see a world for
Nah.
Texas. I think
Yeah, Huggy.
you could
No.
slide Georgia maybe 1 or 2 somewhere there, but Texas
Yeah.
Texas has looked like a dumpster fire. Uh,
Yeah. I mean, I can't put Texas higher than 7. I'm just gonna be honest
mhm.
with you. Yeah, I can't put
Yeah,
them higher than 7. But that
yeah,
could but here's the thing though. Here's the thing that can
that could
change
change.
over these next couple of weeks because Texas is getting ready to start playing
Yeah.
a lot of
They
SEC quality. They about to start playing some SEC teams.
but
So,
they got that Red River rivalry coming up,
yes,
and
yeah, yeah.
it doesn't look like Oklahoma will have a quarterback that game,
Well, yeah,
with a
yeah.
starting quarterback. So, them that Texas matchup is gonna look, you know, it's gonna be look very similar. It's 2 teams with no quarterback and a good defense.
Wow, come on, Tez. Come on, Tez. Okay,
Call it
alright.
call it like I see it, man. Let's see, we got Huggy, everybody speaking. We got Latoya saying, "Hey, Tez." Hey, Nick, shout out to Latoya, man. Appreciate you
Shout out
for
to
stopping
Latoya.
through.
Shout out to Latoya.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
appreciate
What's
you
going
stopping
on?
through, man. Uh, we got Mike McKinney saying, I can't disagree with this lineup." Man, listen, so far it's only been one person that disagreed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's solid. I think it's solid. And I challenge anybody to do this. Like, this looks easy. Like, when you see other people put together lists, and it's real easy to take somebody's list and say, "Oh, that it shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there." Put together one. I promise you, like, even on your own, I've done this, like, preparing for podcasts before and just ranking teams in my own head and just trying to rank them on a piece of paper. It's not as easy as you would think. It
Mm,
it just isn't, especially if you're ranking them based on what they put on the field. It's not as
mhm,
easy, um,
mhm.
as you think. We got Dwight saying, "I can agree with Auburn being up there." Like, hey, man, I think they were a top, 10 team. They lost to a team that we think is, people are saying is the number 1 team in the SEC. We got them ranked at number 2, and it was a 7-point game. So
Yep.
it's tough to drop a team off the map. We're not the AP poll. This is
No, we're
not
nowhere
the
near
AP
it.
poll. We're not going to drop a
Oh,
team off the map for losing on the road um, to a top tier team. Like, it just isn't the case. Get Musty said, "Bama in the scrap bin for another week." Hey, that's just how it goes. Get Musty. Eh, guess what though? Next week they can come out of there,
they
and,
surely can.
and
They
not
really
only
can.
can they come out of there, they can shoot to almost the top of this list probably.
Probably
With a
good.
big
Yeah,
win against Georgia.
yeah.
You're looking at Alabama. I don't know. I guess. Okay, Nick. How about this? Let's do
Okay.
this real quick. Just hypothetically speaking, let's say Alabama beats Georgia by 21 points.
I've already said that I think Alabama going to Athens and win this game.
Okay.
I've already picked them to go in here and win this game against Georgia. I have. Because I mean, let's not get it twisted. We overreacted to Alabama in week 1. We
Yeah.
did. But it was a justified overreaction just by the way it looked.
Yeah. And we
It
we
did
didn't
not
have
look good.
we didn't have no data to go on other than week 1.
That part too.
We were
That part
ranking
too.
these teams week to week, so it's not like, you know, we had a lot to go on. Uh, but
But I will say this about Alabama though. Against Wisconsin and against Louisiana Monroe, they look like a different team.
mhm,
They did. They
they
did.
do.
They look like a different team. I'm not saying they look like the Alabama of old, but they look like the team that everybody thought that they would be all season.
Yeah,
And
and
so
then
now, you got another a week off, and now they got basically got 13 days to plan against Georgia. I think Alabama goes in here and wins this game. I think they do. I'm giving it to them. I'm telling you right now, Alabama gonna be on this list next week.
so if they win this game handily, how high do you think what do you think the ceiling is for Alabama? Um,
If they win this game, so if they win this game by
2
mm,
touchdowns,
so they win it by 14 points, easily top 4.
easily top 4. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Easily top 4.
And, like, that's kind of the point of it. You win, you get ranked. You don't
Yep.
win, I can't rank you. Like
I'm gonna
like,
I'm gonna tell you another team. I'm gonna tell you another team that got an opportunity to move up on this list. Mississippi State. I'm telling y'all,
Mississippi State does. I
Mississippi
can tell
State
you
plays Tennessee. They play Tennessee this weekend at home. Hint,
right.
hint. Upset alert coming. Mississippi State
Mhm.
wins that game.
Even the Auburn and Texas A&M game is like one of those teams are gonna jump significantly higher than they are by
Yeah,
winning that
that
football
yeah,
game,
yeah,
when it
yeah.
happens. Whoever wins that game is
Yep,
gonna be higher than they are right now. I can
yep,
guarantee you that.
yep.
So, like, that's kind of the point of it, man. We're ranking these teams week to week. We're not trying to predict the future. We're not trying to, do any of that. We're just looking at what they put on the field and putting them in a ranking. A true power ranking in every essence of the word. So what you have there is a list of top 10 teams who have the best resumes so far in the SEC. And man, I stand by it, bro. I like it. I like it. I like it. You can move some teams around a little bit, but not much. Maybe move some teams around 1 or 2 spots, probably. But uh, I like it. I'm kind of taking pride in having a list that only consists of what you put on the field versus some of the lists that I've seen on the internet where it's just brand value
Mhm.
gets taken into account. Um, Again, like I said, we've said the difference before. This is a power ranking. If we were rating these teams,
A different
Ala
story.
yeah, Alabama wouldn't be on the sideline.
Definitely
Uh,
wouldn't be.
Texas probably wouldn't be on the sideline.
Yeah.
Um, Like, it would be a completely different order, but this is just based solely on what you put on the field. So you guys in the chat, let me know how we did, and what do you see on the field that, we may have gotten wrong or we may be missing? He said Baylor is a better win. Baylor is a solid win, man, I'm telling you. He said, "My son got another 11 years or so before he can enroll at Auburn." Sound like you got a plan for him though there, Tim, the
That's
cool
what it
man.
is. That's what it
Uh,
is.
hey, listen, I am hey, I'm a big big fan of kids going to school at Auburn, but, make sure he's got a choice when it time comes. Uh,
FAMU, Alabama State, South Alabama, Tuskegee, Alabama
so wait
A&M.
he said, "Yeah, it's why I'm always on the road." Hey, tell
Shout
me
out to
about
shout
it,
out
boy.
to shout out to Wade. Shout out to Wade.
Wait, tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. Hey, that bursa bill come on on time every time, every month. Like there's one thing about Auburn is they gonna let you know when it's time for that payment. They're not gonna skip a beat. Uh, and I promise you, Wade know exactly what I'm talking about. You get that email like, "Hey, we need that about you. It's the time of the month. We need that about you." Yeah, if Texas beat OU, does that count? If Texas beat OU, that may earn them a spot in the top 10. I don't know how high they would go. Just mainly if they were to beat OU with John Mateer, then that would skyrocket them, I think. But
Yeah.
beating OU with a backup quarterback, it depends. I don't know. It depends. If they can go in there and
Yep.
Arch looks good and they can run the football on this team,
Yep.
then, hey, yeah, the sky's the limit, but I just don't think that's the case, bro. I don't. You got Mike McKinney laughing. He said, "Most people copy and paste their list from Twitter or Josh Pate or somebody." Exactly. Exactly. Like, I thought I was the only one that noticed that, Tim. Most people just copy and paste the list. "Oh, yeah, this team is good, so we gonna put them there," and just go with the same narrative that it's always on the internet everywhere. Um, and now we don't wanna do that. We don't wanna do that. We watch these football games. So so we wanna rank them accordingly. So unless you're voting for AP, yeah, you're throwing darts at the
Yeah,
quarterback.
man. Yeah,
Anyway,
that was yeah. I don't know
um,
if y'all heard that story. That was a wild story that came out about 2 weeks ago. That was wild.
yeah. But then when you look at the AP ratings, it looks exactly like that. It looks makes a lot of sense is all I'm saying.
But
It's not how it should be decided, but it does make a lot of sense. Says I think Texas is about to go on a 6-game losing streak, starting with Florida. Woo!
ooh, wow.
Wow.
Okay, okay,
Wow.
okay.
I can tell you what, Dwight, this is gonna be a part of the Keyboard Collective show, the Collective Speaks. I can guarantee you, that this comment will make it. We're gonna chop it up because
That
that's a bold pick, man, but it's not
is a
a
bold
pick
pick.
that's not a pick that is completely off base. I can see a world where that comes true. Everybody shouting each other out, and then, let's see, we got Tim the Two Man saying, After the Pirate pass, I thought Mississippi State was going to the dungeon for good." Yeah, man. Fortunately for them, though, honestly, the roster that he put together, they were able to get a coach that kinda runs a similar well, it's not full Mike Leach air raid, but the players fit his system pretty decently.
Yep.
So that helped him out there. Um, let's see. He says, Huggy said he's gotta go.
Shout out to
Sharp
Huggy.
Sharp, he doesn't agree with it. I got a feeling we could have put the 85 Bears up here 10 times and Sharp like, "Nah, this list ain't good." Let's see, Dwight saying, so Texas A&M versus Auburn, LSU versus Ole Miss play this weekend. It's about to get for real. Yeah,
That
a
part.
lot
Yeah.
of this is gonna sort itself
Yeah.
out. You gotta give
Yep.
them time to play, and then you make an assessment. Again, we're not trying to predict the future. Uh, Shout out to Tez and Nick, man. Shout out to you, Huggy, man. We gotta
Shout
get
out
you
to
up here
Huggy.
ranking teams, man. I told you you gotta open the invite. Whenever you're ready, man, let us know. We got Tim saying, "Oh, Gore vote for AP." It's not surprising. Yeah. And see, we said I skipped this one. The word "bursars" gave me PTSD from AU. Definitely, you definitely gonna have choices. I'm cool with HBCUs, just not TU. I know too much. Whoa, whoa, wait a minute, Tim. Timothy, what is wrong with TU? You're gonna have to explain yourself there. Uh, and what do you know that I don't? Um, maybe we need to have this one off camera. But what is wrong with TU, man? You gotta tell me that. I don't appreciate that one. Can't do that. It says, yeah, Arch is buns, so I can see the 6-game slide. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you see a world, Nick, where Arch Manning sees the bench this
No, I
season
don't.
for performance?
No, I don't. They're gonna give him
You
every opportunity to be great.
so you don't think there's a world where he can play so bad that Sarkisian says we need to go with the other guy?
Nah. Mm-mm. I
Yeah,
don't. To be honest with you, I don't. I don't see it.
that's
I
that
don't see
sucks.
it.
That sucks for Texas. It's hard to get a team to play well when you can't bench the best player, the most
Mm.
popular player, right? Says, Nick, let me ask you, is the SEC starting to even out? Hmm.
Yes, I said it 2 weeks ago. I said when I saw what about 2 weeks ago, last week, definitely. I said that this is probably the most parity we have seen in the SEC in a while.
Mhm.
Where I say that we can legit say that there are potentially half of the conference has a chance at winning the SEC. There is no one dominant team. Every team in this conference has an opportunity to come out here and win this game. And play for the national. I'm not play for the SEC championship. The most parity, the most parity I've seen in a while. So it's great. It's good to see. It's refreshing to see. It's refreshing to see, in my opinion, because it was to me. It was always who is it going to be? Is it going to be Alabama? Is it going to be Georgia? And then you can probably throw in LSU, see what LSU do, and things and stuff like that. But this year, you can legitimately say Vanderbilt can play for the SEC championship. You can legitimately say if Oklahoma can ride this wave for the next 3-4 weeks, they can play for the SEC championship. You can legitimately say if Auburn can get through get through their schedule, they can play for the SEC championship. Of course,
Mhm.
Alabama and Georgia is still in that conversation as well. You can
Right.
legitimately say Mississippi State can play for the SEC championship if they get
Mhm.
a couple of big wins. You can legitimately say we can legitimately say Ole Miss has an opportunity to play for the SEC championship based on
Right.
what we've seen. But we know that's not gonna happen. But the thing is going to be it's not gonna it's going to be a fun season to watch. So I'm excited. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, bro. Like you said, a lot of these teams can play for the SEC championship. So it's a lot of parity. And, and and to hear that from you is encouraging because you've been a big component of the SEC. Is uh, dare I say, overrated.
Top heavy. Top
Top
heavy.
heavy is the word you use. So they're impressing Nick this season. So good job, SEC. Good job with that. I'm gonna catch these last few comments, and we got Chat Town Finest saying, "Go Vols! Salute to the panel, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you for becoming part of the collective here, man. Hopefully, we can see you on next week's ranking show or the collective speaks or something like that, man. You can, well, let's see what we got. Dwight saying, "Who they got behind Arch? I don't know, Dwight. Me,
That's a good point. That's a good
me. I'm
point.
behind Arch. If Arch goes down, they gonna call the old lefty from Alabama. Nah, go in there. I might be able to. I don't know if I throw any dirt balls like he did. Let's see here. Tim says, Johnny Ford ain't the mayor no more. You mean Marcus?
Nah, he
Shout
talking
out
about the
to
real Jenny Ford. He talking about the real Jenny Ford. Hey,
I
but no,
know,
shout
man.
out,
Shout
man.
out to Marcus, man.
Shout out. Chris Lee was just
Yeah,
elected
I just saw
mayor
that.
of Tuskegee, man.
Yeah, so the monumental moment, uh, if you guys aren't familiar with Tuskegee, man, monumental moment, youth getting in the office. So you
Yeah,
got a
a young
young
guy.
person
Yeah,
is at the
yeah.
helm of Tuskegee, Alabama, which hasn't happened since I've been alive. So, hopefully that leads to a better city, a better, resources and happier life down there, man, in Tuskegee.
I will
Because
say this though.
it's a great place. It just needs some some TLC, man, and
I
hopefully they
will
get
s
better.
I will say this. Shout out to the previous mayor, Lawrence Haygood. I'm not just saying this because he's my frat brother, but he did help. He did get some good stuff done while he was in office for the past 8 years. But I agree, it's time to let some of these. It's time to let the youth get in there and get some things popping and seeing what we can get done there, man. So shout out to that for seeing that happen, man. So we gonna see what happened in the next 4 years in Ski, man. Let's see what happened.
Mm, yeah, yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Arch is there, Jeremy Johnson.
Whoa, wait a minute. Oh man, that'll be bad, boy.
Well, I tell you like this, Arch, I don't know. I hadn't seen. I saw Jeremy Johnson in Arkansas a year before he got there. The helm of the offense look amazing. I haven't seen a game like that from Arch Manning yet. So Arch may be worse than that there, than there, Jeremy Johnson. Dwight legit, who is behind Arch, but he better be able to throw the ball. Yeah, we don't know. When you have a high profile quarterback like Arch Manning, you don't really get to know the backup until you need him. So we couldn't tell you. Chat Town Finest saying, "What about the Vols? Y'all never mentioned." Yeah, we talked about Tennessee earlier, man. I'll give you a quick little recap. I don't know if you missed it. Chat Town, where we got them ranked. We had them coming in at 9 here. Um, and like we said, man, Tennessee is a team that still could compete for a SEC championship right now. They look really good in a loss. And it's you know you lost to Georgia, but you look really good in that game, and to the point where, like Nick says, like you probably wouldn't have you probably would have won that game if it wasn't for one or two plays. So Tennessee, everything's ahead of them. They just got to win. They got to win football games. I think they hit on the gym with their quarterback, what they didn't think that they was gonna get. A lot of people are surprised that the quarterback's playing well. Josh Heupel is Josh Heupel. They'll have 1,000-yard rusher this year, as he always does. The system is very quarterback friendly. The defense is stout. And, I mean, everything's ahead for Tennessee. I mean, we're at week 5 right now, going into week 5. Holla at us in about, 2 weeks. Week 6, this list should be completely different. So holla at us about 2 weeks, and then we'll see where
Should be.
Tennessee is, right around then. Um, but yeah, go ahead and breeze through a few of these so we can get out of here, Nick. This is way too long. Uh, he said, okay. He said, wow, Arch backup is from Auburn, Alabama. Really?
Yeah, the Matthew Cardwell guy, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think that's who he is.
Okay. Where did he go to school at?
Yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, that is true. He was at Troy. He went to Auburn High because Auburn. He was. I think he was interested in actually potentially coming to Auburn, but then I don't know what happened, but he ended up going to Texas instead. I remember that story.
Okay. Okay. Oh well, hey, maybe they do have a solid backup, man. Well, they have a backup that another SEC team wanted in Auburn,
Yeah.
so he's got to be had some type of talent if he's on everybody's radar. It's the Arch daddy didn't play college ball. Do it for you. That's funny. And then we got Chat Town finally saying, "I know, right? The coach was timid." I think he's talking about that Tennessee game, Tennessee and Georgia game, if I'm not mistaken. All right, guys, it's been a fun one. I appreciate everybody for uh joining us here. And again, like we do about this time, the application for the Keyboard Collective is still a simple one. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button and you can become a part of the Keyboard Collective. That allows you to make comments on this show and become a part of the chat down there. And here on Tuesday, uh, week 5, I think if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think that the Keyboard Collective is currently taking over. Yeah, so if you're watching and you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, man, so you can become a part of the collective so you can have your voices heard here in the chat. I appreciate everybody for stopping through uh and and giving their opinions and their takes. I appreciate you more than you ever know. And again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. We got started mad late here because we had a power outage, technical issues with microphones. It just, couldn't get it off to a good start, but we got through it, man. You guys joined us. It's been real. I'll be putting these rankings out on Twitter. Again, still in the chat. Let us know what you think about the rankings. When you see this on your social medias, let me know what you think about the rankings. Uh, and at this time, Nick, you know how we do about this time.
Yes,
Got to
sir.
cue, got to cue the outro, man. So, like I said, all that cool stuff I just said, I might say a little bit more of it again. Hey, become a part of the collective today. Become a part of the collective today. Uh, Nick, tell the people how they can find you, man.
Yeah, man. Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. We here Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, man. We around the water cooler. Live call-in shows, man. And of course, on Saturdays, we go into the locker room and we watch live stream and get to see me react to every Auburn game. This week will be Auburn versus Texas A&M. So come over there, chill with us around the water cooler at Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah, bro, that's awesome, man. Yeah. Hey, listen, if y'all are Auburn fans and you want a companion to watch the game, man, go check out Nick in this locker room. If you haven't seen it, I call it Nick SPN because it looks like a professional. Well, it is professional, but it looks like an ESPN broadcast with up to date stats and everything, bro. I love it. Shout out to you, Nick, for committing to that and doing it, man. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that we podcast with. Again, the laundry list. You got Sharpshooters podcast. Go over there and subscribe to him. He's on his way to, man, I don't even know at this point. It's 1,000 and something subscribers. It's a lot of them. So go over there and give him your subscription if you haven't, and check out the content there. Like when you go and subscribe to these channels, don't just subscribe and make it a vanity stat. Subscribe and view the content. See what these people are saying, man. Support in that way. Get in the chat, you know. So yeah, go check out Sharp, man. Of course, go over there to Water Cooler. And check out my guy Nick and the mayor Marcus. He's not on, but yeah, go check them out. You may see me over there every now and then. You got Coach Sean and JMHO Sports, just my humble opinion. The most underrated guy on YouTube.
Yes.
Like he just is. You got Coach Carl from On the Block Sports. I hadn't seen him a lot, but he's coaching kids right now, and he's in the middle of the season, so I understand that. I can't wait till he gets an opportunity, man, to come be a part of this. And then we got we got Jason, Hall of Fame Sports. Go over there and subscribe to him. Great content. Am I missing anybody, Nick? No, yeah, we got DC, Auburn Addicts.
Yeah,
DC
Wolf. Yeah.
DC at Auburn Addicts. You got to go over there and check out his content too. Go over there and give him a subscription. Tight Sports Alabama Megacast. Again,
Tight Sport.
Don't just subscribe. Go view the content. And yeah, we about to get out of here, man. I do want to pull up this real quick. Over on Sharpshooters tomorrow. Big interview. He's got Xavier Griffin coming in, 5-star, committed to Alabama. They're gonna be interviewing him tomorrow. What time, Sharp? I don't know the time. It's probably gonna be around 6 or 7. I'm not sure. But yeah, go over there and check that out, man. Big time interview for them. And you know, I'm sure he's gonna be on there with the coaches, and they're gonna give him if you've seen those coaches, you know the kind of questions that they ask, you're gonna get a good grasp of what kind of prospect this is, man. Really excited about that. Oh yeah, he just put it in the chat. He says 6 o'clock Central Time. So yeah, make sure you go over there and check that out, man. Big time interview over there with Xavier Griffin. Over there doing big things. We got a few comments. Catch a couple of these. Got Travail showing up. Said Cooper Manor has spinal stenosis. Same thing Manning had. Yeah, he sure did. Let's see what we got. Yeah, spina bifida is no joke. Absolutely not. It is. You got Mike McClintock said, "Is this you playing, Tez?" Yes, Mike, it is. It is me playing. No, it's not. Not me. No, it's not. I wish it was though, but it's not. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Nick, man, for joining me, and shout out to you, host, for holding it down, man. When my power went out, I appreciate you for that. I was kind of nervous, and then I logged into my phone and heard Nick talking. I was like, yeah, Nick's got this. Appreciate it.
Ain't no thing, ain't no thing, ain't no thing.
But yeah, man. So, like I said, man, check out all these channels that we're a part of, man. And we appreciate you guys for showing up and being a part of the collective. Until next time, though, we out. We'll holler at you.